Listen, I've enjoyed every minute of it. Of course, we've had some ups and downs along the way. That's always going to be the case. The same when you're a player. Similar as a manager, the highs are fantastic, and the lows are not as nice. But that's the way it is. That's the job we're in. But listen, to sit here and have 150 games under my belt from a personal point of view obviously makes me feel really proud. But you know, it's all about what happens moving forward, and it's about now pushing as hard as we can to try and become a successful team. That's always been the challenge from day one. We're a lot closer to that, of course we are, but it's very much a case of just taking each challenge as it comes, as I've said many times, certainly. I wouldn't say surprised me, because I certainly knew what I was signing up to. I knew the history of the club, I knew the tradition up here. I looked in from afar and followed this club. Knew it was a fantastic club and institution, great support. But it's not until you actually get in and you're actually in this seat, you do feel the intensity and the size and the magnitude of the challenge and the role that I'm currently in. So I wouldn't say surprised, but it's not until you're actually in the heat, in the seat, you do feel the heat and the intensity even more. Listen, we've had some tough days, of course we have, but I've never sat here and gone, ooh, I didn't expect this, or this is too much for me. I think in them moments you're looking for your support staff to be right alongside you, which they have been. They've been an absolute rock for me. The experience of Gary, the quality of Mick, Tom, Jordan and Colin, just as my football support staff have been outstanding. The outer layers of that staff around the club and the training ground have been superb. But the key to it all is the board, the relationship with Ross, Mark previously, Stuart Robinson, Dave King originally, now obviously Mr. Parks took over from there. In your tough days and your times when it's maybe not going how you want it to be, that's when they show their class and their support, and I've had incredible support since day one. I think we all try and share the pressure and the demand. Of course, the buck stops with me, of course it does, but I knew signing up for this, you know, when I had my original chats with the board and Stuart before I signed up for it, I knew it weren't always going to be perfect and an uphill journey. I knew there was going to be some bumps, some challenges, some tough days. And the questions you ask, are you going to be with me when they happen, for us to grow and learn and improve? And the support I've had so far has been phenomenal. No, it's not, because football's about emotions, and I can be emotional. That's the way I play. I try to play on the edge and try and be real and authentic, and I wouldn't be the person, the player or the coach or the manager I am without being emotional. It's very hard to control them. It's something I'm trying to adapt to and learn and get better at. But I'm going to continue to be myself. When we win an important football match, I'm going to be myself. And if we have an indifferent result, I'll be myself as well. But it is something I'm trying to adapt to be a little bit more balanced around the results. At times, of course, listen, if I wish you could play football forever, but it's just not the way it is. Unfortunately, age catches up with you at some point, and you have to do the right thing. I love playing, I miss it to this day, but it is different, it's a different role. My job's different on a daily basis, the routine. I need to support the players from a different way. But you know, as a staff, we try and do everything we can to give the players the best chance of getting good results. I think you learn every day, not just being a manager. I think with experience, life experience, and also your football experience, of course, you try and learn from your lessons, you try and grow and evolve and become a better person and a better coach. But you know, it's still early days in terms of the journey I want to go on, and I'm just trying to be a sponge to everything, and keep trying to learn as much as I can. Obviously, the club, the name, the stature of the club was the inviting thing for me. The size of the challenge, I'm someone that likes to be challenged. I like to challenge myself. I've been up here and watched Scottish football live on the eye. I've been to quite a few Old Firm games. I've watched many games on TV. Obviously, I was aware of when Brendan came up. I've worked with Brendan, looking in even more, if you like. And when the opportunity came for me, it was one I couldn't refuse because of the size and the stature of this club and the opportunity that presented itself. I think the first day will always stick out in my mind, you know, turning up and seeing the reaction of the supporters. That moment when I sat down in my quiet time to realise I'm now the Rangers manager, that was a surreal moment and a wow moment for me and one I'll never forget. But in terms of highlights on the pitch, we've had many. We've had some real fantastic results along the way. We've had some tough ones as well, but it's always going to be the case. It is football. You've got to realise what you've come into and where you're trying to get to. It was always going to be a journey. But it's one I'm very much enjoying, and as you say, it's a work in progress. We're in a good place at the moment, but now's the time to push even harder and turn the dial and turn the heat up. Well, look, as a manager, you're always looking to be successful. We're at a club that's built on success, fantastic teams, fantastic players, and my responsibility and role is to try and add to that. So that's the pressure and the scrutiny that I live under on a daily basis, but that's why you enjoy it, because hopefully one day it'll all be worth it.